Hello everybody, welcome to Manny's TV Talk. We're going to be talking about the first episode of the new season of The Bachelor, season 27. So go grab a snack, a drink, get comfortable because we're about to get into it. Alright you guys, so this first episode of the season of The Bachelor was pretty entertaining. I gotta say, usually first episodes are a little bit boring, but we got quite a lot, so let's talk about it. So we begin the episode off with a Bachelor alumni, Sean, and he's talking to Zach. It makes sense why he would be the one that's talking to him, because he's really one of the very few people in Bachelor Nation that have actually had a really successful relationship. I mean, him and Catherine, we all know, are together, they've been married, they have kids, and they really did take advantage of this show, and they actually created a life. So he's, giving a few tips and some advice to Zach, saying that sometimes you never expect who it's going to be and, stuff like that. And then we start to meet the girls like we usually do every season. The first episodes, like I said, they're a little bit boring because there are so many women. Like, it takes so much time, but we see them and there's some really interesting women. Of course, most of them are between 20 to 30, that age bracket. That makes sense. That's pretty much normal. And it is really interesting to see like the different careers, the different jobs that they have. Like, I mean, some of them are in the medical field. Others have like cool jobs. Like, for example, this one girl named Brooklyn is a professional rodeo competitor. So that is kind of fun to see a little bit of, what they do in their actual life. But the women had actually already met Zach after the final rose, so this isn't going to be his first time seeing them, so he's already like seen them before, but of course I'm sure he doesn't remember because it had been a while. But this night, Jesse gives him a little pep talk and tells him that all of Bachelor Nation is rooting for him. And so it begins. The girls get out of the limo. They all introduce each other once again. Of course, there's way too many to go over each one of them. But what do you guys think about these introductions that they do every first episode of Bachelor and Bachelorette? Do y'all enjoy them or do y'all find them a little cringy? Let me know in the comments. Again, typical interactions, quirky jokes. Some bring props, some bring drinks, whatever they can come up with. Something that did stood out to me was that he actually kissed a girl when she introduced herself, which her name was Bailey. So I was like, oh wow, like kissing her out of the gate. That was pretty interesting. Then we have some like weird ones, like this one girl licked his ear. She actually ends up going home. Spoiler alert. This one girl brought a pig. One girl actually came in a real party bus. And once all of them get in and that's over, Jesse goes over to Zach and reminds him that Brianna had already gotten a first impression rose when they met previously, but he is going to be giving out another one. So he goes in and talks to them and tells them that he is truly looking for a life partner, like the one that his parents have. They have an amazing relationship. He says that they've been together for so long and he really wants to emulate that. And what he is asking from them is honesty. That's like the one thing that he's asking. He's like, I'll be honest with you and you be honest with me. So that seems pretty reasonable, and I mean, I support it. So his first conversation is with a girl named Catherine. That goes pretty well. He also talks to a girl named Katie and he kisses her. Eventually, all the women and Zach go into the party bus and dance. So that was kind of fun. There is this girl though that her name is Greer, and she talks about her family, and she says that she is truly somebody that's wanting a traditional family, wanting to actually move to Austin, Texas. And she says that it's not just because Zach is from there, but that's really where she sees herself. And as soon as I saw that conversation, I definitely knew that she was going to go a long way in this journey, and I still think that she will. But then this is where things start to get a little bit dramatic. So there's this girl named Madison. So she spoke to him and, they carried on. Then she saw him talking to another girl. And I guess she got, a little jealous. And she went back again and stole him from that woman. And of course, some of the women were like, well, why does she get to take him twice? Because in these cocktail parties, if you don't get a chance to speak to the person, then like your chances are like gone, you know. And she really wants a kiss. Madison really wants a kiss, and they do kiss, but I see no chemistry. Zach didn't even feel it, and she knows that he didn't feel it, like based on the kiss, and she begins to cry so much. Eventually, he makes his decision who to give his first impression rose to, and it's actually that girl named Greer, which didn't surprise me at all because, like I said, when I first saw it, I knew they had chemistry. I knew that was going to, be a thing. So then, Jesse pulls Zach to the side, and he tells him that the cocktail party is over, but then Madison comes and interrupts them. She wants to know where Zach's head is at, and he pretty much says that he doesn't see anything happening between them. There's no spark. There's no connection. So he was upfront about it. He wasn't like beating around the bush. It was like full transparency. And of course, that made her super upset. And you guys, he even kind of shades Rachel. He actually says that he wants to not be like Rachel. That's literally what he said. He said, I don't want to be like Rachel and lead someone on, just like Rachel did to him. So that was pretty interesting. That girl, of course, was super upset. She left crying. I'm sure it must suck that she didn't get chosen. So she was very, very, very upset. But then the rose ceremony begins. Now, we all know that, not everybody's going to get a rose. And we're still getting to know a lot of these women, like, this is our first time seeing them. So it wasn't, like, such an important rose ceremony as the ones that come up will be. But, the women that didn't get the rose, it had to happen. But they were all crying. They all were really upset. Really upset. And of course, one might think, like, why are they crying? Like, they barely met him. But I'm sure, like, the vetting process that they go through, which is, like, pretty long, and, like, the anticipation of the season beginning, like, it gives them so much hope. Like, and then to be cut out in the first night, that probably sucks for them. So I do feel bad for them, but we knew that not everybody could stay. I mean, it's 30 people. Of course, they're going to have to all eventually leave. And then that's the end of the episode, you guys. Like I said, pretty good episode. I feel like all this, like the breakup with Madison and, that connection with Greer, I feel like that would have probably happened like maybe next episode or third episode. So the fact that it all happened in night one, that's really, really interesting. And they actually showed a trailer of what's to come this season, and wow, it looks like it's definitely going to be a roller coaster. So many emotions. Zach is seen crying, like they're making it seem like something's gonna go wrong at the end when he's proposing, but of course, editing, they love to edit things and make us think different things. But yeah, you guys, what did you think about this first episode of Bachelor season 27? Let me know in the comments. And if you saw the episode, who do you think is going to be one of like the finalists from what you can tell from this first episode? Let me know your thoughts. I would love to read them. Leave them in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to be here talking about all our shows, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.